A servant who pays a debt with work instead of money. Is it a slave? Is that even on your list? We just talked about slaves, so this is different. Remember, slaves did not get paid. These were people who came over to the new colony. They didn't have enough money for the ticket, so they worked them for the money to have the ticket. What were they called? Hyson.
Indentured servants.
Indentured servants, not dentures that you put in your mouth. Indentured servants were people who had to work off the money they borrowed. A lot of times to get to the New World. Who were the first people to build cities in America? Now, friends, I hope we are not just waiting for Mrs. Reed to give you all the answers. You need to work on this as well. Chris or Dave, what is the answer? You have it correct. Yes, Olmecs. Remember, they were the first people. They're the ones who had the big carvings of the heads, apparently. So, the Olmecs. What is people's way of life? Look at the list if you're not sure, and process of elimination. John Eliot? Puritans?
No.
Amos Fortune?
No.
Boy.
Culture?
Yes, culture. See, that's what I was doing that because when you have multiple choice questions like this with words, start doing that. Fill it in, the blank with the words. Does it make sense? If not, then move on to another word. Who was the man who wrote the Bible into the Indian language? So we have several names. Was it Amos Fortune?
No.
Was it John Eliot?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Process of elimination. Another word for an agreement. The first covenant was made by God with the Israelites. James.
Covenant?
Yes, covenant. A covenant is an agreement. One slave who bought his freedom and became a Christian was, this should be easy because there really are only two names and we do have John Eliot crossed off. Everyone should be focused and having their hand raised, quite honestly. Emma. Who is the slave who bought freedom and became a Christian? Yes. Amos Fortune. All right, to trade goods for other goods. We just talked about this. What is it to trade goods for goods? Not for money. Because remember when the colonists first moved to the New World, they didn't have a lot of money. And the Indians didn't have money to trade with. So what did they do, James? Barter. Good. Remember, bartering is trading one item for another. Wood for food.
Pencil for pen.
Pencil for pen. Seeds for weapons. Okay? One group who decided to go to America was the what? Everyone's hands should be up because, quite honestly, it is the last word in the square. Gabe. Puritans, yes. Very good. All right. Mark all the correct answers. So that should tell you that there might be some questions that have more than one answer. What statements are true about the Puritans? So the Puritans are on page 15 of your textbook. They wanted a special culture that would give God honor. Their settlement was called the Massachusetts Bay Colony. They did not agree with the Church of England. Cole.
All of them?
Yes. All of the above. Very good. And they are also the group that made a covenant. So that is that. What statements are true about the Olmecs? That would be on page 11 of your textbook. 11. Okay, sit please. I will not call on you when you do that. Helen.
They taught the pilgrims about the New World.
James.
They carved huge stone heads. They were the first to build cities in America.
Yes. They were the first to build cities in America and apparently carved huge stone heads. I would like to see that.
Creepy. That's disturbing. Yeah, that's disturbing.
Oh my God. Oh, yay. 11 and 12. You should all get this. Think of our lovely, lovely, cherishable, priceless items we just went through.
What do you get from this? What do you get?
All right. Remember the priceless objects. Were they primary or secondary sources? Priceless, people. Absolutely priceless. Number 11, items that have survived the past.
What do you get from it?
Okay, once was funny, 5 times is not. Okay, items that have survived from the past and were written or made by people who were there when the event happened. Primary or secondary? Christian?
Primary.
Yes. Items that are made by people who study items from the past. Primary or secondary? Priceless, people. Olivia?
Secondary.
Yes. Bravo. I think we have it. All these priceless objects in our classroom helped you get it.
Do you have to do next?
No. Very good. Now, what are you going to do tonight? That is very vital for your test in math tomorrow. Remember our ancient owls.
Oh, great.
The ancient owls who used to teach math.
Garbage owl.
What are you going to study? Jonathan.
Multiplication and division.
Yes, multiplication and division. All right, that concludes.